what is going on in the country at the moment, despite the important event that will take place in Lagos here tomorrow. The minister has actually demonstrated that indeed this nation is very, very important to him, and we need to move forward. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I recognize in our midst this morning the Honorable Minister, Science, Technology and Innovation, Senator Dr. Adeleke Olonibe Mamora. Please round of applause for the Minister. Also seated next to him, flying in all the way from Abuja this morning, we learned a lot of logistic challenges along the line. Also, to show that this nation is important to the people at the ends of affairs, we also have the Honorable Minister of State, Science, Technology and Innovation, Chief Henry Ikechukwu Iko, also in our midst today. I think we should do better than that. It's not always easy to find two ministers under the same roof at the same time for the same event. That is to tell us how important this event is. I also recognize in our midst this morning the Chairman, Nigerian Natural Medicine Development Agency Governing Board, Honorable Pharmacist Victor Terra Patrick. The members of the governing board, they are all seated here, and I recognize all of them. I've been seeing them since I came, and they are all seated. In no particular order, I quickly recognize them. We have the members of the governing board also here present. Pharmacist David Erabiame in our midst this morning. We have Mr. Ikela Ogochukwu Izoko also in our midst. Pharmacist Zena Yu Sharif also in our midst. We have Alhaji Shaba Mekudi also in our midst this morning. Dr. Kamaluddin Adiago is also here present. Those are the members of the governing board of the agency. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I quickly also want to recognize in our midst an unassuming man, a soft-spoken person, result-oriented. Whatever he touches actually turns to gold. And that's why we are here today. I think more of that today. I recognize the Director General, Chief Executive Officer, Nigerian Natural Medicine Development Agency, Dr. Samuel Etatube. Please a round of applause for him. And as part of the development partners, we have some important people here, which I'm also going to recognize. But quickly, I want to bring to this side of the divide. I learned to just get in the Registrar, Executive Officer of the Institute of Public Analysis of Nigeria, IPA, Aliyu Abdullahi Angara. Please a round of applause for me. And I know some of us will be wondering that this high table appears not to be gender balanced. One thing I'm sure of, when you look to your left or you look to your right, you always find women that have also populated it hall. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for time, I want to recognize everybody here present. I'm still coming back to recognize us individually as we progress, because we need to manage time well. There are so many other events. Without all of us here, this event would have been a mirage. The most important personalities that we have. And I'll come back. I know so many people have their name here, but I need us to find time. Please put our hands together for ourselves. You are the very important personalities that are present here today. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it often pleases me when I see the interplay among science, technology, and nature. When the ministry changed its name to Federal Ministry of Science and Innovation, a lot of people thought it was just a nomenclature. But in action, in deeds, and in everything you may think of, since the change of nomenclature, we have seen a lot of rapid development. And it shows that nothing science and tech alone can do without driving it with innovation. Such is what we are seeing here today. Please, I want us to put our hands together for naturally for this initiative. What we are doing here today, this is indeed a testament that are not just Federal Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation in name, but in action. Having said that, distinguished ladies and gentlemen,
I'm sorry to cut you short. You made an observation that is very valid. And I don't want us to leave this place and we will be tagged as being gender insensitive. So let us sit and put stronger and advise any woman to walk forward.
thank you very much, sir.
No.
Likely to finish it without having to make the power source. This helps us to accommodate staff offices. We also have staff offices that can accommodate over 30 staff in that same building. We have, like I mentioned, this place we have space challenges, but I think we felt we use that space well to be able to solve some of our staff office space challenge. So that place can accommodate, is built to accommodate over 30 research staff. So most of the research staff will be accommodated there. So when you do your work, you move down to your laboratory, do your work, and you go back or you go out. Honorable Minister, sir, yes, this is a major contribution by the President Muhammadu Buhari's government to the National Quality Management System on herbal medicines, food, drugs, and agro-products. It was indeed designed to be a state-of-the-art facility to support research, development, and innovation of herbal medicines, improve the export potentials of our drug raw materials, and active pharmaceutical ingredients, and support the general health infrastructure operation. This initiative is also an answer to the European Union's drive under UNIDO to build trust for trade by contributing to the national quality infrastructure project for Nigeria, aimed at building trust and boosting global competitiveness in the private sector and ensuring the protection of the health and life of consumers of traditional therapies, agro-products, and the food. This is also key into the global demand for qualified laboratories in Nigeria under the Nigerian National Accreditation Service (NINAS) for evaluation of food, natural auxiliary products, and to safeguard the lives of Nigerians and ensure the quality of agro-products in international trade originating from Nigeria. We are specifically grateful to this administration in particular for the trust bestowed on us through improved funding support of the Federal Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation. We created the opportunity to construct and equip this laboratory. Honorable Minister, sir, please permit me to pay particular tribute to Dr. Bonaya Ono, former Minister of Federal Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation. Barrister Mohamed Abdullahi, former Minister of State of the Ministry, now the Minister of Federal Ministry of Environment, for their specific roles as drivers of this project before they move on to greater responsibilities before its completion. We will not forget distinguished Senator Uche Yin Ekunife, the Chairman, Senate Committee on Science, Technology and Innovation, and Honorable Danila, Chairman, House Committee on Science, Technology and Innovation. Both have been very passionate in providing funding support to the agency that made this day a reality. Honorable Minister, sir, you and the Honorable Minister of State, Chief Henry Kechukwuiko, since coming on board, have consistently shown this agency great love, encouragement, compassion, and direction beyond measure. This, as you've seen it today, when I make this statement, I mean it from the bottom of the heart. We are privileged to have two ministers at the ministry traveling from Abuja to come here to see this lab. That shows you the level of love and encouragement of this is not nothing but the fact that you have demonstrated empathy, professionalism, and concern, not only for research achievement, but for the welfare of the individual staff. You have provided leadership with great candor and humility. We salute you and appreciate you, sir. We also celebrate the chairman and members of the agency's board, Honorable Pharmacist Victor Terragati, for their great support to the agency since their inauguration. We want to thank architect Shehu Tuko and the Executive of Economic Associates. We thank you for the designing and supervising the construction of this edifice. I also congratulate the management staff and staff of the agency for this milestone. I have a very wonderful management staff and the staff that have been a pillar of support for me. Everything we've achieved is achieved collectively. I want to sincerely thank them for always standing by me, no matter how hard sometimes I can be. Thank you very much. The lab complex is intended to provide services for research, most importantly, and also to improve the agency's IGRO capacity, and to also greater qualification for other various parameters, scopes, and standards. It will also service as a potential for employment of labor. We have talent of labor, but we think with this lab, we should be able to have more hands that will actually be trained and carry out the necessary research. In subsequent years, we will need to increase the laboratory's current scope and improve on its compliance. This we intend to achieve by engaging in regular interlaboratory validation and training of these agencies lab. We are already in that effort with NAFDAC in the process of getting certification. We want to go interlaboratory validation with NAFDAC, and we have to appreciate the level of our capacity in doing it. Science is dynamic, and change is more rapid now than before. So we will continue to look for ask for more funding from the ministry, from the National Assembly. We are like the trees. We will not stop asking, because there are still, yes, we are commissioning today, but there are still many miles, many more things to add to the lab in terms of equipment and whatever. I would like all of you, please, to rise with me as I use this opportunity. It doesn't come often. To appreciate and congratulate our amiable, God-fearing people's leader, a man of integrity and courage, generally acknowledged as very intelligent, cool, calm, and calculated, the Honorable Minister of Science, Technology, and Innovation. The most distinguished senator of the board. Somebody made that comment on Thursday when we went for the celebration of peace. Please help me rise and let's give him a beautiful hand clap to congratulate him again. He's serving from, but I think he looks like 52. So we thank you, sir, for all the great work you are doing for the country and for giving us direction. Thank you, everybody, for honoring our invitation. We God continue to also honor you when you require people to be with you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much, the DG. Please a round of applause for the DG one more time. Last Thursday, when I read an article on the Honorable Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, and the title of the article, Celebrating an Icon at 70, an apostle of 5 C's. So I took time to look at those 5 C's, and listening to the DG talking this morning, he also tried to situate his speech within those 5 C's, one way or the other. You will notice that in his speech, he made us realize that no matter how laudable and beautiful this idea is, they didn't do it alone. They enjoyed the cooperation from the ministry and from the National Assembly. Not just that, they also succeeded in collaborating with a whole lot of people for this thing to actually become a reality, also bringing collaboration into it. And not stopping there, in doing all of this, the cordiality that the minister also always talks about, they also enjoyed it in an atmosphere of love. I know you want to hear the remaining 2. I keep those to myself, and as we proceed, I may tell you the remaining 2. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please let's put our hands together once again for the DG. While I was standing there, I got also some names that are already seated here. We have in our midst Engineer Ibia Okekiofor, the National Coordinator, Presidential Executive for the 5 and Chief of Staff to Honorable Minister of State. We recognize you, sir. Please, a round of applause for me. We also have Basili MEJ, Director and Senior Technical Assistant to the Honorable Minister, Federal Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation. I recognize you, sir. In our midst also this morning is Bolanle Alabebe. Is from Parks Abbas Clinic and Research Laboratory. You are recognized. Also from the same institution, these are development partners of the agency. We have Osho, Upiagoro, also in our midst. And we have the Director General, Shesko. I don't know how I missed that the other time. I'm just seeing the list now. Professor Paul Oyenekure. Please a round of applause for him. We recognize you, sir. We recognize CEO Alpha Pharmacy, Sir Ike Oyechi, also in our midst this morning. We have the Chief Operating Officer, Alpha Pharmacy, also here, Pharmacist IG Anupo, in our midst. We have Mr. Ikena Ogochukwu Uzoku, I think I've recognized him as member of the board. We have Mr. Ronald E.N. here. You are recognized. We have Atura Obed, the DD Press, FMSCI. If it's not recognized, then our story will not be told properly. That I am sure of. I also want to recognize quickly in our midst Group Captain C.L. Ezeani. That's the Commanding Officer, Air Force Medical Center, Onikon, also in our midst this morning, and is represented by Commander. Okay, it's representing the Commander 055 Nigeria Air Force Group VR here in Lagos. Those are our neighbors. We have Elu Daniel Friday, the Project Administrative Specialist, representing Alhaji Sanusi Abubakar, National Project Coordinator of Livestock Productivity and Resilience Support. We recognize you. A round of applause for him. In our midst is Kate Issa, the Chief Executive Officer, Kachi Laboratories Limited. You are recognized all the way from Abuja, if I'm right. And we appreciate everybody. All of us are important. Once again, let's put our hands together for ourselves. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I move forward with the program by calling on the Chief Host, the Chairman Governing Board of the agency, to give his remarks. That's Honorable Pharmacist Patrick Terra, soft-spoken, and he will eat the nail the way we want it to be eaten. Please a round of applause for him.
The Honorable Minister, Federal Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Dr. Senator Adeleke Mamora, and the Honorable Minister of State, Science, Federal Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Chief Ikechukwu Iko, the Director General, my friend and my brother, Dr. Sam Etituebe, the members of the Governing Board who are ably present here today, other chief executives of agencies here, and I will not stop without mentioning the management and staff of one of the most wonderful agencies I have worked, the management and staff of NNMDA. And I will beg to stand on other existing protocols for want of time. I'm particularly happy and excited as pioneering chairman of NNMDA's governing board and chief host today to this exciting event. Exciting because I'm a pharmacist and by implication a scientist. And it is the joy of every scientist to provide empirical evidence for every hypothesis that leads to theory, and the only means of doing that is to conduct experiments in the labs. And if you agree with me, then today indeed is a great day. One that will forever remain as a key day of reference in the history of NNMDA. And I want to say, for those who love this agency as a scientific organ of the traditional medicine development in Nigeria, we are gladdened. Upon assuming office as a board, we observe with joy the extent of work. Because I remember I came here on an advanced party visit before the board, and I asked the DG, what's this big building? And he gleefully and happily took me around. And I saw that I hadn't seen this kind within this particular economic situation that we found ourselves. That within a few years, you could imagine a thing and it comes to pass. So we must give him kudos for that. Because I saw the development of this project. That every time I came here with the board, we would go around and up to the fixtures and where we are today. Like he has said, the project was started in 2019 in order to develop a credible evidence of quality product efficacy and as an instrument to support this agency for the development of product innovation drive in line with global best practices for herbal medicines, which has been completed. And we are here today having it fully functional with the equipment, the human capacity, and the capability to certify TMP products. Not only that, with the capability to certify APIs, active pharmaceutical ingredients. Thank you, that's why we are having interface with our colleagues in the industry here today. And as well certify agricultural raw materials under the international standard regime of ISO 1725 of 2017. This goes to say that this certification of critical food, drug, and agro-product qualification, as mandated under the UNIDO, offers opportunity for our products in this country to be certified and find markets all over the world. This will boost a foreign trade for this nation. If this laboratory, this edifice is effectively put to use by Nigerians. We must leverage on the global recognition of TMPs, that's traditional medicine, Nigerian traditional medicine, as a potent health option in Nigeria, and I say beyond, and exploit our indigenous medical knowledge and its combined human and bioresources to engage in global trade. It's an area we are calling upon the nation to, both the government and the private sector, to begin to put our focus in order to increase our global trade. Nations are doing it, and we have the bioresources beyond many nations. Bioresource value chain is an important avenue to engage our teeming youth population in lucrative economic activities. Their knowledge of resources that utilize infrastructures as this. And I say, after today's commissioning, ours will be standing out as one point that people will always come to get these services. I want to thank all of you. I also say that this achievement is thus an economic game changer. If appropriately harnessed, I want to thank the administration of President Mamora Buhari, GCFR, and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces for making it possible. Because he's a visionary leader, and he is someone that has said we should look inwards to see how we can put our influence in better perspective. I also want to thank the Honorable Minister here present and the Minister of State for their insightful leadership and support that has led to the completion. It's been said, and I will not want to go away without saying it again. When I was told that two of them would be coming here, I wondered, because as a politician at this time, will they have the time? But I want to thank you very much, sir. You have honored us, you have honored Nigerians by recognizing that traditional medicine practice needs a push. That's why you have today on that board, Mamalao and Babalao. And I want to call on the entire staff of the agency to ensure that this complex place is well maintained. Because as we go away after these ceremonies, the director in charge down to the cleaner matters a lot. So you must maintain it in the sparkling state it is. Anything going wrong, you must report. There must be maintenance. There must be sustainability of the investment that has been done for you to be able to attract more. We will need a lot of investment, sir. It's not in my speech, but we are opening a natural medicine college. We're going to have a lot to do here or in our various locations. And if we cannot take care of this, we can't prove to government that we are capable. And I always have a cry that when I came on board, I said, NNMDA is not visible. Behold, the torchlight for our visibility has come. And I want to thank you all for coming, to our distinguished guests, and special guests, ministers. I once more say thank you, and everyone that has made time to come, the management, the staff of this agency, I congratulate you all for this new baby. Thank you very much.
Please a round of applause for the chairman. In a nutshell, what the chairman has just told us, he has taken us back to 2019, when this whole thing first existed only in the imagination. And today, it has become a reality. And his speech actually explained to us what idea actually means. When you hear the word idea, we tell people that is whatever is intelligently developed and environmentally applicable, IDEA. And the environmental applicability, he has also brought it out to let us know that this laboratory is for you, this laboratory is for me, and it's also going to create jobs for teeming Nigerian populace. And that is to tell us that this is not just something existing only in our imagination again. It has become a reality, and it's a place where so many things will be put. And one striking thing also he said is the credible evidence that for our herbal medicine, a lot of times we doubt what we have because we don't seem to believe in it. And as I was talking, what happened to me in 1986 just came to mind. When I had toothache, and one man gave me some powder that I should put it in my mouth, and the toothache would go. Reluctantly, I collected it, and that was the end of that toothache till today. Unfortunately, the man is no more. When I went back, I wanted to document it, but I couldn't find the man again to tell me more about it. You are in a good place today, a place where ideas flow and where we need to visit from time to time. Please, a round of applause for the chairman one more time. Quickly, we take some goodwill messages. And please, I want to appeal to us, these goodwill messages should be done in 120 seconds. 2 minutes per person, and the essence is that we want it done according to the shortest verse in the Bible for our time. I quickly want to recognize the DGNIST, not yet here, representative of Bloom Public Health. Please a round of applause for him. 120 seconds.
Thank you so much. 150 seconds. I want to align with the existing protocol. The Minister, sir, thank you so much for what you do. The Minister, Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Senator Dr. Mamora, and his Minister of State, Chief Henrico, and other people, please, I recognize you. As a Nigerian, I'm so excited today for one reason. The ministry or the federal government of Nigeria has made a strong point. The importance of traditional medicines and the importance of lab. To have the two ministers here, I don't think it's a coincidence. It's just a statement I want to make that this is want to align with this new trend. Globally, a lot happening in the traditional medicine space. Nigeria has a lot to do, but we don't have the lab to support it. So today, as we celebrate this achievement, I think it's a call to wake up. I remember a few years ago, I was leading a project, USAID funded project. I got to NAFDAC. All the labs testing our medicines, none of them had accreditation. I thought, as a Nigerian, this shouldn't happen. I gave myself a target. Before leaving this office, I must make sure that it changes. And I was able to accredit all the labs in NAFDAC doing testing medicines. And today, NAFDAC is a leader on the continent in medicine regulation. So having NNMDA achieving this feat today is the beginning of a process. And I'm hoping in the next few years, Nigeria will be a center that advances traditional medicine. In Africa, we cannot ignore this. I'm also happy that the Minister for Science, Technology and Innovation was the Minister for Health. So I cannot imagine a coincidence. I believe in the next 4 months, we're going to see a lot of things happening here. And I'm trying to ask the DG, the few months we have left, we have to initiate a revolution in Nigeria. We have a lot of herbal medicines across the country. We're not using them because there's no lab. Lab is the basis of any scientific discovery. People don't use it because they don't know what is there. Before I end my speech, one more thing is that NAFDAC is a regulator. NNMDA is not. NNMDA is to enable science to support the traditional medicine practitioners. Really, this is something for me, as Nigerians, we should really appreciate this. Also, NNMDA was also thanking all the people who play in the lab space. I want to recognize especially Mrs. Katie Star, who has been doing a lot in the lab space. She's like a leveler of lab in this country, so I want to recognize her. And I'm pushing for all of us to see that lab is very important. We cannot do science without having lab. So with this happening today, I'm sure Nigeria will be the lead of those who play in the medical labs in the national medicine space. Of course, we have Mama Labo here. I'm happy that she's on the board. A lot will happen. And as public health, our role in the past couple of years is to support the pharmaceutical sector in Nigeria. So I'm now committing to bringing the traditional medicine into the core pharmaceutical sector. And I'm working with everybody involved in it, from Alawo to make sure this happens. So thank you so much, and congratulations to NNMDA. And also, before we go, we are here celebrating. Many men and women in this agency worked weekends, nights, and day to make sure this happens. Please, if you allow me, can they stand up for recognition? The minister said the men and women who did a lot of wonders to make sure today is possible. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. Please a round of applause for him. I call on representative of Sun, if he's here. Not here. Then I will take just 2 or 3 more, 2 minutes. IPAN. Please let's encourage him a round of applause for him. Thank you.
The Honorable Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Senator Dr. Mamora, of State Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Chief Henry Iko, permit me to align with the existing well-established protocol. Distinguished guests, good morning. It is my pleasure to be here today as a special guest at the commissioning of the Nigerian Natural Medicine Development Agency World-Class Laboratory Complex. As the Registrar CEO of the Institute of Public Analysts of Nigeria, I recognize the importance of quality, assurance, and standardization in the production of natural medicines. This new laboratory complex is a significant milestone for the development of natural medicine in Nigeria. It represents a major step forward in our collective efforts to improve the quality of natural medicines, ensure their safety and efficacy, and promote their use as an important component of our healthcare system. I commend the Nigeria Natural Medicine Development Agency for its relentless efforts in promoting the development and use of natural medicines in Nigeria. This new laboratory, of course, the laboratory complex is a testament to the agency's commitment to excellence and its unwavering dedication to ensuring that the highest standards are met in the production of herbal medicines, food, drugs, and agro products. Indeed, this strikes a chord with us at IPA and what we stand for. Being a professional regulatory agency that regulates analytical laboratories and the practice of public analysis as professionals involved in the analysis of consumer and health-related products, like food, drugs, cosmetics, medical devices, and so on, and issue certificates recognized in the court of law regarding their composition, quality, safety, and efficacy. As we mark this important occasion, let us reaffirm our commitment to working together, and I want to assure the board and management of NNMDA of IPA's readiness to work collaboratively with it to further the development of natural medicine in Nigeria. I wish to urge all stakeholders present to let us combine to support NNMDA in its efforts to promote the production, quality control, and standardization of natural medicine, as well as capacity building. Once again, I extend my warmest congratulations to the Nigerian Natural Medicine Development Agency on the commissioning of this new complex. I am confident that it will be a game changer in development of natural medicine in Nigeria, and we look forward to the many great achievements that will result from this operation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. DG Niners. If DG Niners is not here, then I will just take one of the sister agencies and then we'll close this section on the goodwill messages. The closest to name that here within this environment is NACETEL. So I recognize the representative of NACETEL here, also to do a 120-second goodwill message. And your time has already started. Please a round of applause for her. I'm bringing a woman.
Thank you for this opportunity. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, our dear Minister, Science, Technology and Innovation, Senator Dr. Mamora. I signed on the existing protocol. Good morning, High Table. Good morning, every guest here. I'm a sister agency, and Dr. Petatuve is our big brother, and at times we call him our landlord because we met him here. So greetings from the overseeing Director General, the management and staff of NACETEL. NACETEL is the National Center for Technology Management with our headquarters at the Obafemi Awolowo University in Ile-Ife. We commend NAMDA for this epoch-making event, which is the commissioning of the modern laboratory of the agency. NACETEL, as a knowledge support institution, recognizes the place of laboratory as an arching room for innovative ideas. For this reason, we identify with you and pledge to support this initiative at all times with cutting-edge knowledge in science, technology, and innovation management. Permit me to congratulate the Federal Ministry of Science, Technology, and Innovation. Permit me to congratulate NNMDA, and permit me to congratulate the Federal Ministry, the Federal Ministry of Science, and permit me to congratulate Federal Ministry, the Federal Government of Nigeria. Thank you.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, also at the directive of the Honorable Minister, and for obvious reasons that we all know, we've been calling men and men and men. I want to call Madam Dr. Kachi, the way they described her the other time, that she's the face of laboratory, even in this country. So it's only opposite for us to listen, even to the face of laboratory when we are commissioning a laboratory. Please, let's put our hands together.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. On your insistence, I'm standing. Excited that you had this very important ministry of this nation that is the heart and soul of innovation. I'm greeting my heart and soul of innovation, the only hope Nigeria has to leapfrog into be effective and relevant in the present and leapfrog into the future. Good afternoon, sir. I see that you bring brilliance and freshness to the Ministry of Science, Technology, and Innovation. I like the name. Good afternoon, sir, Minister of State as well. Mama Lawo, Mama everybody, all protocols duly observed. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kate Issa. You may call me Mrs. Kate Issa. I'm not catchy. And I am the group, I'm the CEO of the Catchy Group. We do a lot of things. For 30 years, we were equipping other people's labs. And last year, 2 years ago, we set up our own first internationally accredited independent analytical laboratory complex here in Nigeria, the first from Sahara to the Indian Ocean, the first of its kind. We're certifying products for export and trying to help Nigeria become relevant, create more foreign exchange, and do things right. Professor Chimeze Anyakora, again, midwifed the accreditation. He's doing great things through Bloom all over the place. DG, thank you for inviting me, and I am excited for what you do. I call you people Dibia people, our Dibia people. I have to say something. I was going to visit China, and one of the visits, one of the tours, was this young woman called Yellow. You know, they have funky names, taking us to their herbal medicine agency, China. And we went everywhere, and by the time they're done with you, you're buying everything they have. You come home, you don't know what to do with it, but there's an intentionality about the way they do the herbal medicine, and they promote it. And to come here and see a whole lot of products outside here that you have developed. I was asking Dr. Bibino, I said, what's the plan with that? Because the nation needs to get it, to use it. Because, and you're talking about money, you're sitting on a lot of money. So all that is needed to commercialize those products need to be unearthed. Because Nigeria needs to take our future, our hope, and our lives in our hands and move forward. Nobody else is going to do it for us. I always said, wherever I've had opportunity to speak, that the only people who are going to develop Nigeria are Nigerians. Or Igbo people will come and take what they come from you. When they make it there, they're making it for themselves. You adapt to it. It's only Nigerian scientists, technologists, and innovators that can actually research, do the right research, and develop the products that are suitable for Nigeria, for our peculiar situation. And so thank you so much, sir, for this initiative, and thank you everyone who's worked hard at this, and let us take our nation back, and let us do the right thing. And sir, since you called me back forward, when I have the mic, it's a problem. Before I leave here, sir, I want to beg you, sir, that in the next few months before you leave, sir, that you see to it that our education, our science education is modernized, that they are not using analog curriculum to train up Nigerians, because it is the people trained with STEM, with digital curriculum that can innovate and produce the kind of products, and use the lab the way it should be used, and do the right thing for this nation. Thank you, sir, for the opportunity. God bless you.
Thank you very much. I deliberately gave her more than 120 seconds because she exceeded the time, because we wanted to listen to women. Quickly, I recognize the DG Shesco, also for 120 seconds, to give his good women. So please a round of applause for Prof.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Minister, the Honorable Minister of States, members of the high table. I align myself with the established protocol. I suppose I'm in Lagos for some other program, but when my very good friend, who had been backing me up, told me that he's going to commission a lab today, and as the DG of Sheda Science and Technology Complex, which is all in Brereton. So I said I must be here to see if there is something I will learn. Because I strongly believe that we learn every day. You cannot just go in the place and say your place is perfect. I'm very glad, and I'm also very much involved in traditional medicine. As a matter of fact, I'm the Babalawo of my family. We have a traditional medicine, and I inherited it. And up to now, I practice it. So, I pray that, especially the ISO certification is very, very important. And I feel very, somehow, jealous of what has happened. And definitely, I have to pursue ISO certification for my own laboratories. So, my brother, you have done very well, and we pray that the good Lord will continue to strengthen you, and let our traditional medicine be recognized, like they recognize the Chinese and Indian. You see how much they are selling them. They call it supplement, this supplement, this supplement, this supplement, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 10 capsules. I believe very soon we'll be marketing our own supplement. Thank you very much.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please let's appreciate Prof. I'm aware that the ministers need to move to some other event immediately after this. But please, quickly, I will recognize just 2 more people, and they will spend 1 minute to just say whatever they have for us. I recognize quickly the president, the national president, Nanta. That's Dr. Mikuli. And he has just 60 seconds. Immediately after him, the CEO Alpha Pharmacy will also come. I'm sure it will spend less than 60.
The Honorable Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, the Honorable Minister for State Science, Technology and Innovation, and also the DG of NNMDA, my chairman, Government Council of Nigeria Insurance Agency. I want to start on the existing protocol. First of all, I want to at least thank for this thank the, I think, staff of NNMDA for this wonderful dream, because we have been having this dream for long. But this time, I think the dream has come true. So we want to, first of all, thank, I'm not too much not to waste the minister's time. Otherwise, today will be a day that we have to enjoy this. I think to the next day, because of the joy, what we are witnessing today. Formally, I also thank our mother, that means Ajia Zainab Sharif, that is our mother, the Mamora, that you know that we the practitioners in this country, our fearing that all the practitioners in the 70s, nobody can call the practitioner to come and bring their data. They will say they are trying to snatch their knowledge. But today, Ajia make it all that to wipe out all the fear we have. You, first of all, the establishment of a traditional complementary and alternative medicine department, the Federal Ministry of Health, has at least touched the grassroots of the practitioners. They understand. Now you will see we have a data recapturing, which formerly when you call on them, nobody will come out. They say these people are coming to snatch our knowledge, and we cannot leave our knowledge so that they will know. So this, with this effort, IGR made it out for to create awareness to see that no, what we are trying, the practitioners, we should come out so that we can be able to develop our own natural resources so that we can meet up with WHO standard. So we thank the Federal Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation. We also thank the Federal Ministry of Health. I'm sure the Minister, other Minister, Minister of State and the Minister of Health. So they have done. So for we to see this dream, it's a great achievement. So we thank God and we thank Almighty God that at least the issue of having a fear with the practitioners now has started wiping out. Then secondly, there is now the issue of intellectual property rights, which is coming at least now. With all this now, we are moving. So we thank the honorable ministers, my chairman, Ajia, and the DG for this wonderful dream. Actually, your name will remain in the scheme of things. Inshallah. So I thank you. I will not much. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you very much. Please a round of applause for him. I call on the CEO Alpha Pharmacy. That's the last goodwill message we are taking, and then we proceed. Please a round of applause for him.
Thank you very much. Honorable Minister of Science and Technology and Innovation, and the second minister too, welcome, sir. Our protocols observed, and so I stand on existing protocol. Two things I have to say in 16 seconds. I came with the COO of Alpha Pharmacy, who was the national chairman of Nigerian Association of Industrial Pharmacists, NAIP. He had been here before, familiar with the environment. They were working at some type of potential collaboration. But now that this lab is ready, he will further those moves that were made from the beginning so that industrial pharmacists can get into commercialization of the research that will come out of this laboratory. On my own capacity, I also have a small laboratory. Only a Bunsen burner and one other small thing was here. And when the other goods in my warehouse got bigger, they cleared everything and put back finished products imported as they were. But now I continue to make some of my own, we call them concoctions or decoctions. We cut the leaves and the roots and everything and put it on the. So I had one that I used to treat my threatened BPH, benign prostate hypertrophy, a prostate condition. And my doctor was surprised when I came next time. I had about, the number was about 2, 1 to 4 was okay. I was still within comfortable range. But when I came on the next visit, there was nothing remaining. The doctor got curious. He said, what medicine did you use? I don't have that. I said, that was my own herbal medicine. So I said, no, I'm serious. I would like to have this for my patients too. I said, no, this is not classified or even standardized. Recently, one of our senior colleagues heard about this and asked me to bring out my stuff. I said, no, sir, you are too 82-year-old. I said, you are too much. I mean, a former minister too. I said, no, I won't give you this one in case there's a headache from it. But now, I'm going to come back to BG. I will bring this to be standardized. Once this laboratory approves it, anybody who wants it, for the first set of people who will need it, they will get it free of charge for prostate. Because it works. And I know it's good, but that's the potential in this country. This is myself talking. For 3 years as a pharmacist practicing, but I didn't have the courage to finish up. So I better stop here. We can talk more after this. Thank you very much. This is a great development.
Thank you very much. On that note of the testimony about the efficacy of the herbal medicine, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I please call on the registrar of IPAN and the chief consultant of Bloom Public Health for the presentation of ISO 17025 certificate. And that will be done to the Director General of NNMDA will be receiving that.
The Honorable Minister, sir, I'm sorry, when I had the opportunity to give my Google message, I failed miserably to recognize the minister as my immediate past minister and my boss. I'm sorry, Minister, I recognize you very well. I'm here in my capacity as a co-regulator in the conformity assessment space to present my colleague, the DG of Minas, to present this certificate of accreditation for ISO 17025, 2017 version, to the DG NNMDA, having achieved this great feat in the accreditation of the laboratory. So I'd like to, with all pleasure, do that on behalf of the DG. Now I present you this certificate of accreditation. Thank you.
Thank you. I think on behalf of NNMDA management and staff and the board, I accept wholeheartedly this certification. And we promise that we'll continue to do those things that will make our products acceptable worldwide. Thank you very much.
Please note that this certification has a validity period through to February 2025. And between the intervening period, between now and 2025, there might be surveillance certificate, and make sure you maintain it. Thank you.
Let's put our hands together. Thank you very much. Please a round of applause for the registrar. And the registrar of IPAC said something after presenting. Sorry, one house. After presenting this resignation, he said they will withdraw it if they do not find them in good standing. Then I checked the program of events, and I noticed that the next item we have now is the Honorable Minister of State remarks. And incidentally, the Honorable Minister of State is from Abia State. And Abia State is God's own state. Now, when a man presents something, and after you, somebody from God's own state is speaking, then it may be difficult to withdraw that kind of certification. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please a round of applause for Chief.
My dear brother and the Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Senator Mamora, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, using the chairman of this board as a point of contact to reach out that Director General, I greet all of you today. Today marks another milestone in the life of this administration for making it possible for this great agency to complete a laboratory which is called natural medicine. You will agree with me that Nigeria and Africa indeed have a lot of medicine that, if worked side by side with the conventional medicine, will guarantee the good health not only in Nigeria but Africa. Everything has been said. When you go outside, you will see a lot of medicine that we can export. What do we do to guarantee that this endure? It's only through commercialization. I am calling on private companies to partner with the Ministry of Science and Technology, particularly this agency, to ensure that we use this medicine. It cannot be overemphasized that Nigeria will be great again if we begin to export what we have, use what we produce, leveraging on the presidential order number 5. If we do that, Nigeria will be a great country again. There will be numerous employment through this agency and beyond if we use what we have. So I want to also congratulate the former Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, I want to also use this medium to commend the management and staff of this agency for using the finance federal government gave them prudently to ensure that we want to commission this today. And I want to say we are so happy with you in the ministry. Anything, any area you want us to support you, we will do that because we have seen what you have done with the little one federal government gave. Therefore, I want to congratulate all of us and to say, to God be the glory, Nigeria will be great again. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I think we can do much better than what we can do. When the Bible says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and I introduced a minister coming from God's own state, you will see the way he chose his words. He chose his words carefully, measured, and in concluding, he also prayed, not just congratulating them, and acknowledging the fact that this agency is doing very well. That you have used the little that you have, just like the parable of talent. Well, you will get more. So am I right? That's what I guess. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, gradually we are getting to the main business of the day. And now is the time for Honorable Minister's remark. We are going to do 2 in 1. On Thursday, it clocked 70. A newspaper was awash with congratulatory messages. A lot of articles that we read. Some of us that thought we knew him got to also see him from another dimension. Sir, I want to say this openly. I've been looking for the opportunity to say it. Now I have it. I remember when you were the Right Honorable Speaker of Lagos State was when I was a core member in Lagos. And we're calling ourselves, that should be 1999-2000. And we're calling ourselves unusual core members because we enjoyed it. And we know it's courtesy of the state. The state did a whole lot of things for us. While others were complaining, eating beef, wherever they were. We were eating chicken and turkey. Sincerely, we enjoyed ourselves that year in Lagos, as many as we were. So it's not surprising when we look at the trajectory later, the way you have moved to that hallowed chambers and what you did even while you were there, also moving to the Ministry of Health and now to the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation. I think somebody like that needs to actually be celebrated. So what NNMDA will be doing right now before your speech, sir, and may I respectfully ask you to stand. I don't have that authority, but because I'm holding this microphone to take. Tomorrow I may not be able to do that. Okay? So you have to decide and I will be calling on people from NNMDA, and immediately after the presentation, they have well-packaged gifts. The clock 70 is not an easy feat. Me, I want to be 70, and that's why I want to witness this also and see. And I'm going to call on the Director General of the agency. I don't know what they put inside, the DG may know. And so I will hand over the microphone to him so that they can present. Please capture this moment well for me.
Is a token from the board management staff. The well-deserved 70th birthday anniversary that we celebrated last fall. Please accept it from us, whatever you see inside. It is my people saying, now what you get, they take and give. And we also say, king not a refuse gift. So, on behalf of all of us, we give you this. Please.
Look at how do you?
Thank you, sir. Please can somebody come and take picture.
Excuse me, no,
Thank you, sir. Very happy returns. God will continue to keep you and bless you for us. Like I mentioned last Thursday, we are looking forward to greater heights. Maybe after this, we will rally around and beg you, I believe very beg you. Come and reach this country. We need you there. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Please a round of applause for the DG, well presented. And may I also quickly do some housekeeping before the Honorable Minister will speak. If you check the program you have with you, immediately after the Honorable Minister's remark is the commissioning of the new laboratory complex, which will take us outside this place. And also tour of the NNMDA's research laboratory complex also will be done. And therefore, we need to do some housekeeping quickly because the moment we move out to come in is difficult. Immediately after the minister's remark, before we move out, we are going to have the vote of thanks in here, and then we step out to do the group photograph, after which we do 11 and 12 together, commissioning and then the tour. Because once we step out, we have stepped out and we are stepping up into glory for us to move. I hope that is okay by all of us. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to listen to the Honorable Minister Science, Technology and Innovation, Senator Dr. Adeleke Mamora.
Thank you very much, the MC. Please be seated. Thank you very much. And I think I should start on a note of appreciation to the Nigeria Natural Medicine Development Agency for thinking it fit to present me with a gift in commemoration of my 70th birthday, which was last Thursday, February 16th precisely. And I want to thank you very much for that gesture. So I can comfortably say that I have arrived at the 7th floor. So, now the protocol has been established and robustly too. And I wouldn't want to bore you, of course, because of shortness of time and because of other programs that are still lying ahead of us. I need to just say I align, mark my word, align with the protocol already established. Not standing on the protocol. I'm always conscious of that, because by the time I add my own weight to the protocol may go into cardiac arrest. So that's why I'm aligning myself. But notwithstanding, I want to recognize my colleague, my brother, my friend, Honorable Minister of State, the only one that I refer to with, I say it's the authentic red card chief. If you look around, you probably don't find any other red card. But if you find one that is not this, it is adulterated. So, thank you very much for this, and it will be on record. And this is, when I say it will be on record, that my first official assignment after turning 70 is here at because I haven't resumed duty since last Thursday, and I had my 70th birthday. So it's on record. Thank you very much. Now, linked to that, like I always say, I don't need anybody to remind me that whatever and wherever position you find yourself is transient. You are only there for a while. None of us will be where we are forever. So, the challenge is, and that's the question I interrogate myself with on a daily basis. How do I want to be remembered when I'm no longer there? And I'm sure that is the kind of thing that the DG of this agency, and of course, the chairman of the board and the team, that's what they've been able to do. It will be on record, those things that they have done, like we are doing today, in terms of this special laboratory. And having said that, it's also important for me to say that I have been so impressed by what the DG himself said regarding the collaboration, particularly between the management and the board. Because you see, in some agencies, what you see is a cat and mouse game. They are at each other's throat. And under that circumstance, there is no way you can have development. There is no way you can have unity of purpose. So, I want to commend the agency, the chairman of the board, the members of the board, and of course, the management as headed by the DG for the cordiality. Of course, directors, heads of agencies in the ministry will recall that when we arrived at the ministry, and they say we, my colleague and I, one of the things I conveyed to them is the principles of 5 C's, which the MC tried to name to. 5 C's: coordination, collaboration, cooperation, communication, and cordiality. And that when you work with those 5 principles in mind, you cannot get it wrong. And of course, this is across board, on horizontal level and on vertical level. There has to be coordination, there has to be cooperation, there has to be collaboration, there has to be communication. Because there are times that when you say things that are not properly communicated, of course, there will be wrong understanding. And there has to be cordiality. There
cannot be cordiality when there is no mutual respect. There has to be mutual respect for all, up to the cleaner, because the cleaner is a human being. It might just be a circumstance of birth or whatever that makes that person a cleaner. But that is not to say that the cleaner is unimportant in the system. The cleaner is important. If you think the cleaner is unimportant, let all the cleaners in the place go on strike. And then you know that everybody in the system. And again, that takes me to what I always tell people, stronger together. I prefer to talk about we rather than to say I. You achieve more when you work together, all of us. So I want to thank you, I want to commend you for what you've been able to do. The next thing to say, because so much has been said already, and one of the disadvantages of speaking last is that so many things have been said, so you must watch what you say so that you don't start repeating what others have said. So I will try as much as possible not to repeat what people have said here today. So the next thing to say is that we are talking of natural medicine. Natural medicine, indigenous medicine is our heritage. We must protect it. We must develop it to get to where we want to be. And probably most importantly in that regard is that we cannot achieve universal health coverage without integration and incorporation of our indigenous medicine. We cannot. Because it's the first port of call, whether we like it or not. If we agree that the bulk of our people live in the rural areas, up to 65 to 70%, that is what is available to them. And because indigenous medicine has been with us for ages, for centuries, they believe in it, and rightly so. They trust in it, and it is available. And of course, data, experience have shown that it's safer. Aside being readily available, it's safer with less side effects as opposed to other forms of medicine. So we must protect it, we must develop it to get to where we want to be. And now, of course, I want to say that I recognize what the man that I'll probably ask him if I'm free to change my name. Mekudi. Mekudi is money, Abi. I like him, Mekudi. Now, which is, hitherto they were afraid, and rightly so, that why would somebody come and just live it with your intellectual property? And we've been able to reasonably solve that in terms of ensuring that your intellectual property is protected. It's important, and of course that gives you confidence to come forward. You are no longer, working in secrecy in terms of what you are brought to tell. Now, let me also say that the DG has already told us what we stand to gain from this laboratory. From proof of activity, efficacy, and all that, data collection, and all that. But probably for me, the most important, which I always say as a medical practitioner, is diagnosis. Because as a medical practitioner, the first step in patient management is diagnosis. You cannot treat effectively and efficiently what you don't know. And oftentimes we have laboratory diagnosis that tends to support clinical diagnosis. And once you know what you are dealing with, that was why you recall that with the advent of COVID-19 pandemic, the major problem we had was how to diagnose it. And prior to that time, we had just about 4 molecular laboratories in the entire country. And again, that's why I say, for us in Nigeria, as far as I'm concerned, COVID-19 pandemic is a blessing in disguise. Because from 4 molecular laboratories, as of today, we have over 120 molecular laboratories. And that's one of the positive things that came out of COVID-19 pandemic. Then again, if you recall, when the issue of vaccine, COVID-19 vaccine came on board, there was what we call vaccine nationalism, where the developed nations that had stores and stores of these vaccines, they just held on to them. holding these vaccines and not making them available to the third world and low-income countries. What that tells you, what that reminds you of, as I think it was my sister Kate that said it, no one will develop this country than Nigerians. You cannot, no one can weep more than the bereaved. So no one can attempt to develop Nigeria for us than we Nigerians. And that's why we must work on what we have. Work on our own. Work on our heritage. That's not to say that we don't recognize the need for partnership. Partnership will be there, but again, you must be the one to work on your own things, to follow your own goal. So it's important. So diagnosis is very key, because in what we call prognosis, that is the outcome of a disease process, two things are critical. The first thing, two factors, is early diagnosis. The second one is prompt treatment. Those are the two greatest factors required in the prognosis, that is in the determination of the outcome of a disease process. This is why diagnosis is key and very important. And of course, I did mention the issue of universal health coverage. Universal health coverage, it has 5 components. The first is health promotion. You have to promote health. Second is disease prevention. The third is even coming lower down, is treatment. The fourth is rehabilitation. And then the last is palliative care. Now, all these components must be available to everybody. That's why we call it universal. The rich, the poor, the elderly, the women, the men, the people who are physically challenged, the vulnerable groups of the society. That's when we talk of this universality in terms of health coverage. We must bring natural medicine or indigenous medicine. We must bring it on board. If we don't do that, we will be deceiving ourselves or be wasting our time. And it has to be deliberate. It has to be conscious. Bring all these things on board so that we can get to where we are. And maybe lastly, I think it was the chairman that said it, maintenance. Maintenance. All the structures, the new building and all that we put in place, you need to maintain them on a sustainable basis. It's not knee-jerk thing where you start to attend to something when something has gone bad. No. It has to be sustained and sustainable. That's the only way to maintain what you have and keep the instruments, keep the facilities working. And I want to commend you, the DG, for making reference to our predecessors in office. There is need for continuity. Because there are certain things that if they had not done those things, we cannot have a platform to develop on. So it is important. And that's one of the problems we have in our country. New people will come and they will just rubbish what the previous administration has done. That's why we end up with so many abandoned projects. There has to be continuity of projects, of ideas. Yes, you can evaluate. You have monitoring and evaluation. Any policy that is in place, you need to evaluate, because you could have what we call unintended consequences, like we're having with a Naira redesign. It's not that the policy is not right, it is, but unintended. So we need to look at all this so that collectively we will not miss the good that we have intended for that policy. So on that note, I want to congratulations and thank God for listening.
Thank you very much. Please a round of applause one more time. I thought that deserved a standing ovation. Some did, But some did not realize that. Okay, but you are pardoned. I don't even know how to summarize that. But I think what I will take out of the whole thing is that what we are witnessing today, and if you really want to tap into the advantages of the laboratory, the minister said, if it is going to be, it is up to us. That is one thing we need to hold on to firmly. If it is our heritage, truly, we must do everything humanly possible to protect it. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate the Honorable Minister. And you notice before he gave his speech, we gave him some, and it didn't even occur to me, February 16th, and sir, my own birthday, this is also my last engagement for this year. And I'm saying it openly because I don't know
cover life. It's still on now. It's still on now. Yeah, it's still on. Please go ahead.
I have
yes,
any witness in the house. If truly you are a witness, can you put your hands together? Thank you. Then it is done. Now, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call on Dr. Mamora, who is going to give us very brief vote of thanks. And then we proceed outside where we take the group photograph, and then we go for the commission, and in the process also do the talk of the elephant. And once I drop the microphone, we are all moving outside after the vote of thanks. I am not talking again. But in case you come across me on the road, I'm not anonymous. My name is Isaac Odui. And he said they don't do. Let me stop there. Please clap for me now. I think you can do that.
Thank you. This is the sweetest part of this moment, to say thank you to everybody. And like I said, to be short, I'll make it very short. Because in our language, our traditional medicine practitioners will do it as simple as we can. Sir, Honorable Minister of Science and Technology. He made as Honorable Minister of State, Science and Technology. Shenusa, Chairman for the National Development Agency. Those are Director NNMDA. Okay, Mamala, I don't even know which one I should say. Is it the Hausa or the Edom? I think I should say Edom. I don't remember the Edom, so I say, well done, sir. Well done, man. And I found DG or register. I'm also an IPAN person. And so I want to greet you double. Thank you, sir. Thanks so much. So I want to thank everybody, all colleagues, all staff, NNMDA staff, especially the laboratory staff who have done so well. Thank you all, management and staff of the agency, all our visitors. Thank you. Now, who is going to say thank you to me?
We allow those on the high table to move first, after which we also find out. And then we have the group photograph out there before going for the commission. Thank you very much.
Where is the group photograph?
Now he is supposed to take it. Yeah. Let's take it here. Let's take it
Now here. Is it here?
Let's take it. This is where we're supposed to do, but we don't. They will stand behind. Don't forget that. They stand.
They have a place there.
Yes.
Yeah, but some photographers know if you want to show them. So you're going to identify, you're going to take
Yes, then they will.
No, oh, no, the kind is like that.
Commission first.
Address.
I'm running live on YouTube, so.
Sir, you come forward.
Sir?
Yeah.
Sir. Don't put it in. It's open. It's open. Sir.
Right.
Madam, please, can you come?
But the union won't be marginalized. You know who to blame, not me. Well, this laboratory complex is being commissioned this day. The glory of God and for the benefit of not just Nigerians but the entire humanity. This I do in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Good photograph. Good photograph.
Photographers. We are sitting at the side now. Stay at the center.
Everybody was there and it was open. I just walked.
Joel. Okay. Good.
Paparazzi, we're waiting for you.
Eke no fira mi síbẹ̀.
Ìyálẹ̀ méjì.
Ẹ̀dọ́ wa kò dé.
Ìyálẹ̀ méjì. Are you okay? I'm not okay. John. Ah.
See one analog camera. And the owner of that analog camera knows. I won't see the camera.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Well, the flag says this laboratory complex is formally commissioned this 20th day of February 2023 by Dr. Adele Kiolon in the Mamora, Federal Minister of Science.
DG Shesko. Sorry, we might not be
go in. I will go to the extent of my project.
Wait, please. I'm running live.
Sorry. But no. Wait, allow the DG to come in, please. Allow the DG to come in, please.
Push me, please.
Doctor, please.
Please.
I'm running live.
I said running. Hold on.
From this chemistry lab. This is the wet lab. Preparation. Wet lab.
Thank you.
This are where we have most of our people.
Good. You know better that all this instrument, equipment, and very sensitive. And that's why your power source has to be regular.
So having built it, I met with the controlling the power.
Okay, so that around the source.
Yes, within the source.
That's important. Yeah. And it can last as long as possible.
So you watch.
People are watching online.
The green, you can monitor.
It's important.
Where are we going? Yes. I know the.
Here, please. Please, it's closed. Okay. You have to go through here. To do the preparation and loading and all that. Please. And they do this is come to the main. This is the main lab.
Now what? Yeah, please.
Okay, let's move up. The offices for the scientists. Yes. All of them are fully so we can get all staff. It also builds from the head of
yeah.
Director is the receptor. Big man.
Big man, big office. Director.
Hello. Hello, Abuti. Okay, I've changed it to horizontally. I've changed, is it better now? Okay, I need to go to the front, so I may not pick your call. No problem, you can pick. No, you can call again. You can call if there's any issue, so that I'll correct it. But it's showing now better. Alright. I'm showing YouTube, but they're not see YouTube. Are they live streaming? Yes.
This is the office section of the lab.
What of office?
That's the live streaming.
I beg go my in-law, don't let my in-law follow. Oshé Mamora. My in-law has changed, remove the agbada, and it's now remaining our Jagodebe.
Well, you have done very well. You and your team. Congratulations. Really,
So, arrange it. Okay.
Excuse us. Hello. Down. Sorry.
I want to play it.
I believe at this point we transmit our transmission now.
Me and that woman, we had issue yesterday at the airport. Are you serious?
Which one?
That woman I was talking to yesterday. Jesus Christ. We had issue yesterday at the airport. I think they had jam or something.
Okay,
we had issue yesterday at the airport.
What's happening?
Now pick up.
Okay, you book and just open.
No, it's not the witness. The drivers. You know, in airport, they tell us to go to car park and park. So us now where to pick them.
I should stop this thing now since they technically finished. They want to eat now. We've done that. All right. Which one is it? No. It seems they finished technically.
Please, attention. All
right. All right. I'm with you.
Are you still transmitting?
I want to.
It's over now. They want to eat now.